Hello my lovelies, today I'm going to be doing a video on how I got my pink hair. Yeah, I've had pink hair on and off for the last, say, probably 6 months, but I've never filmed a video with it this colour. I've always sort of been transitioning into another colour or being blonde again for work, but yeah, so right now this is my hair colour. It is a temporary dye, it's 2 to 10 washes, so I mean as yet I'm not sure how many washes this is going to last, but I'll maybe do an update video or a blog post going through like every single wash, pictures before and after and stuff. I have got that in motions at the moment, so I will be on to doing that. But yeah, so I was just going to say how I got this hair and like the steps I went through to get it. So as a base on my hair, unfortunately I didn't get to film anything while I was doing it because it was more like a trial and error thing. Like, it's a new brand I'm testing out for the first time, and it is the Bleach Rose. I'm gonna say because it is rose. People say rose, I'm like, no, there's an accent on that, mate. It's a rose. Yeah, and it's their super cool colours, and as I said, it's 2 to 10 washes, and I used, I don't know if you can see, I've only used like a third of the bottle, or maybe just half it, but either way I reckon, you know, that's got a good few more. And I've only used like half. I've got another like probably a top up as well, so once it does fade a little bit I can just redo it, and that's a £5, so that's like £2.50 a time. That's cheap. But also I went into Boots the other day when I went to buy this, and I noticed they had the shampoo for this. I would use the silver shampoo by them, and I realised they wrote out a rosé shampoo, and I was like, oh, but it is basically a diluted dye that you put in your hair every day when you wash it, so it like upkeeps the colour without, you know, having to redo it. So underneath my hair at the moment, so underneath all the pink dye, I have basically white blonde hair. I'll include a picture of it here. And yeah, I have like very, very blonde hair anyway, so I knew a dye was going to take quite well, and in a pastel shade. But I didn't dilute this colour with any sort of conditioner or anything. This is the colour it came in the bottle. Essentially all I did was I separated my hair, took basically the underneath parts and put dye on them, and then literally just scrunched it in with gloved hands into my hair, rubbed it in, all the layers. I did my roots last because they're closer to your head and they'll actually like develop quicker. So if you like putting dye on, they will develop quicker when it's near to your roots, so that's why I always start at the end, go up to the roots, then you get a nice even colour all over. And it says to leave on here for, I think it was like 15 minutes, but by the time I'd applied it all over, it had already been like 15 minutes underneath, and I didn't really want streaky colours, and I know the top part of my hair being so much lighter would take the colour a lot more, so I did leave it on, probably once I put it all on, for about 5 minutes. I didn't even leave it on that long, but the colour's really good. I mean, it's not washing out when I go to, you know, when I get in the shower now, so that's all good. But yeah, I've heard lots of horrible reviews about this stuff, like ruin people's hair. And I always find that if you've got blonde hair and you're using a blue dye anyway, it's gonna wreck your hair. Like the amount of times I've dyed my hair blue and I've actually just been a disaster. Like never again am I dye my hair blue. I'm very reluctant to even dye it purple because the blue undertones like stain your hair after it washes out. So you know, for me, pink's really the only colour that I'm kind of okay with dyeing it, because I did dye it blue in the first time in university. I did dye my hair blue, and it was supposed to be lilac, but for some reason my hair didn't pick up any of the lilac tones. It just went completely blue. I had blue hair until February this year, like just streaks of it was just blue, and it kind of went green in some parts. Like the underneath my hair was green. I had to bleach it a couple of times. It still didn't just do anything. Like I was using the bleach washing out liquid, which did help an awful lot, but not as much as I needed it to. I just say, like, anyone who's got like white blonde hair, do not dye it blue. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to try the Bellini colour of this because it is just a cool colour. What I might do is do the ends in Bellini and see how that looks. But I don't know, I'm kind of happy with this colour, and I'm, you know, even if it's just temporary, I don't know. I always find that pink's a lot more temporary for me than blue. So yeah, literally, I just put it all over my head, this colour. That's what I did, and yeah, 15 minutes later, if that, I'm left with this colour hair, which is, in my opinion, the nicest pastel shade I've ever had. So I'm pretty happy with it, and leave in the comments what you think. I mean, if you look back at some other videos, I'll try and include some stills. Oh, the pink was funny, and the blues have always been a little bit off, and I'm just so happy, and the quality of my hair is completely unchanged. There's like literally it feels nicer than it did before I dyed it almost. It just feels great, and I'd highly recommend these. There'll be a proper blog post up with all, you know, in a few weeks time when it's all washed out, and also the rosé shampoo as well. I'll try and include like a bit on that as well. Other than that, extra bits, the bleach I used to bleach my hair is the blue bleach, and I just have it in a massive 2 kilo like pot, and it's literally like, this is the powder bleach. I use blue bleach because it makes my hair more white than if I was using like a normal bleach, because obviously the hair goes quite yellow. But if you're using a blue bleach, the yellow tones are stripped out by the blue, so it's like missing a step almost. It's like you'd have to use a toner, but I do use a toner usually because obviously my hair is so white. I tone it with like silver toner or the lightest ash blonde in the L'Oreal shades. I use 30 vol peroxide when I'm doing my hair, which I know is quite damaging, but my roots aren't that dark and I literally have to only leave it on for about 2 to 5 minutes. So I'm quite lucky in that respect. But I mean, if you have got darker hair, I'd go with a lower volume peroxide and do it gradually, essentially. But yeah, that is pretty much all I got to say about my hair. I have probably got a couple of bits I can put into a haul very soon, so you might see that up in my channel very soon. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know I haven't filmed for a while, but I'm back into it now. I have got this little baby, which has been the reason why I haven't been filming. I needed a hard drive because my laptop officially has no memory, and I can't actually afford to get any more, so it was actually cheaper for me to buy an external hard drive and keep my videos on here and then just edit them off that. So that's what I'm doing essentially. But yeah, thank you Siobhan for forcing me to buy this. I'm not saying she didn't force me, but she encouraged me to buy this, and she is such a good friend in that respect, because I do love filming and it was really getting me down that I wasn't. So please go follow her channel if you want like someone who's gonna give you amazing makeup tips. Like, she's pretty skilled. Like, I stand next to her and I just feel like I'm a child putting on my mom's makeup, and she just looks like she's been done by a makeup artist every morning, because she is a makeup artist, so that's probably why. But she looks gorgeous. She looks so good. And yeah, her tutorials are amazing. I'm gonna put a little link to her video right around here somewhere, like her newest video, so go and watch that. Anyway, lots and lots of love.